All right, well, I am hiding out here under my barn. I got everything set up to do this video and it just decided to start pouring on us. Looks like we got another little storm cell moving through here in Michigan. But as soon as it stops raining, we're gonna do a little shooting. And what I'm gonna show you guys today is this little device right here. This is the Rangeviewer. It is a non-electronic bracket style rangefinder that will hook onto any bow, and it is compatible with pretty much any draw length as long as you can get this device 27 inches from your eye. So I'll kind of go through the setup here. I'll show you some of the features, and then as soon as this rain lets up, I've got one already mounted to my bow. We'll do a little demonstration and some shooting. So stay tuned. All right, so when you get the Rangeviewer, it's going to come with these three items. You've got the Rangeviewer itself, which is animal specific. So this is made currently for whitetails, mule deer, and elk. You're going to get this bracket, and you'll notice the Rangeviewer screws right into these holes. And then you get this band. So when you screw the Rangeviewer into the hole, you can then wrap this band around the bracket, around your riser, and then back onto the bracket, and then you can move this back and forth as needed. You can use any hole you need, and you'll need a partner. So when you get this mounted to your bow, you'll want to draw back, and you want to have somebody measure from the Rangeviewer to your eye with a tape measure, and you want to get it 27 inches. You'll see on the Rangeviewer itself, I don't know if you can see that, it's printed on there, 27 inches. So the way this works is, I'm a right-handed shooter, so this would be set up on my bow as though it's right-handed, and you're going to see all these little cutouts. So what those mean is this is your starting point. You're going to start with this, and you are going to measure depending on how a deer is facing, whether it's facing to the right or facing to the left. You're going to measure with this from their butt to the point of their shoulder, where the shoulder makes that kind of triangle, that very point right on that bone. That's what you're going to measure. The Rangeviewer is then set up the bracket from this point. This is 20 yards, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So a broadside deer or a slightly angling deer, you can range up to 70 yards. This section on the bottom is actually if deer are facing you, or if they're just facing you and slightly quartering. So this is set up, again, this is your starting point, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So you got 70 yards broadside, 50 yards facing you. Okay, really quick, let me explain how the Rangeviewer works. So I have the whitetail version, and the whitetail version is set up for a 3.5-year-old animal that has an average distance from its butt to its shoulder of 41 inches. So just know that if you can age an animal and you know that it's a 3.5-year-old whitetail buck, the range that you get on the Rangeviewer should be spot on. If the animal is older, a 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, whatever, that animal is likely going to be bigger. So when you range it, it is going to appear closer to you than what it actually is. So know in that instance, you're going to want to aim a little bit higher than the yardage that the Rangeviewer is telling you. If the animal is a 2.5, a 1.5-year-old buck, or a doe, that animal is going to be smaller. Therefore, it is going to appear in range farther away than what it actually is. So in that instance, you're going to want to aim a little bit low. All this stuff is outlined in the instruction manual that you're going to get with the product. Reggie is the owner and the creator of this. He also has a whole bunch of videos on YouTube that explain this and give ranging demonstrations. So I'll be sure to link those down in the description below. But yeah, I've got one set up on my bow, so let's go do a little shooting and I'll show you how well this thing works. Okay, so here's a 3D target that we're going to be using. Disclaimer, this is pretty much the oldest, smallest 3D target that I have ever seen. It is like the size of a chocolate lab. So for the sake of this video, kind of give you guys an example here. Here's an old 30-inch arrow, and you'll see it goes to almost the deer's neck. So measuring from the butt to the point of the shoulder is going to give me some distances that are extremely far. So I took a tape measure to this doe, and from its butt to actually the tip of its nose on this 3D target is 40 inches. So that is how I'm going to range this 3D target just for the sake of this video. All right, here's the Rangeviewer set up on my bow. You'll see the bracket, the band goes right around your riser. This one's actually the Rangeviewer 1.0, so this was cut specifically to my draw length. So remember, the bracket now is bigger. It is 27 inches universal, and then you just move it around either on the holes or adjusting it on your riser to 27 inches. So, all right, so this might be kind of hard to see. I'll get a better range when I actually draw back here, but remember, I'm measuring from her butt to the tip of her nose. Camera's not quite all the way back. I'm thinking it's probably about 25 or so. Okay, so just holding my bow out, I was guessing about 25 yards. So let me actually draw back. We'll take a range. So the way she's facing, we're gonna start on her butt. And remember, we're going to her nose. So 25, maybe more like 24 yards. So let's go ahead and shoot it as such. Perfect. All right, let's see if you guys can see this through my rangefinder here. Sorry, this is gonna be a little shaky. 23 yards. All right, I'm gonna try ranging again, just holding my bow out. I know that deer is probably a little blurry, but we're gonna go from butt to, remember, it's supposed to be the shoulder, but we're going to the front of her nose, 35 to 37. All right, so let me draw back here again, get an actual full draw measurement with the Rangeviewer. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna say probably about 37 yards. So let's shoot for 37 here. Perfect. All right, let's see if we can get another measurement here through the rangefinder. 36 yards. All right, guys, just a couple things here before we wrap this video up. First of all, thank you for tuning in and watching. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We hope you're excited about the Rangeviewer like we are. I really like this product. I've been practicing with it since December. It has been great. I can't wait to try it out in the deer woods with me this fall. If you guys want one yourself, there's a link down below for Reggie's website, and there's also a Draggin Deer promo code. So normally these retail for about 30 bucks, but with the promo code, you will save 15%. So you'll get the key, the bracket, and the mounting band that we showed you earlier, all for about $25.50, which is an awesome price for something this powerful. That is cheap insurance if you can't use your rangefinder in the moment of truth and you need to know how far an animal is. Also, because I already have the version 1 Rangeviewer and Reggie was kind enough to send me this one to demo for you guys, we are going to do a giveaway with this one because I don't really need 2 of them. So go to our Facebook page or our Instagram account and check out the details for the giveaway. And you never know, I might be sending you this, and this might be on your bow with you this fall. Thank you again for tuning in. You guys all have a great evening. Remember, be a sportsman, make a sportsman.